I'm so nervous. So there's a heat wave warning and I'm wearing a very basic outfit to try and beat the heat, but I'm very nervous because this Via kept changing what time it would pick me up. Maybe God was giving me a couple more minutes so I could walk my dog around the block, and I did, but it literally changed what time it was going to pick me up, like 5 separate occasions. So I'm kind of nervous. It says it's like 5 minutes away. I just need to get in this car, and then once I'm in the car, I can get to the PATH train, and as soon as I'm in the PATH train on the train, that's when I start to relax. The meeting is starting at 6 p.m. Doors open at 5:45 in Wall Street at Morgan Stanley. For the Girls Who Code NYC meetup, very excited to learn, very excited to network. And they said there's merch. And I'm like, merch? Question mark. All right, I think it's coming. Okay, bye. I was sweating. Okay, this is the outfit. I'll give you a sneak peek. Not the shoes, I promise. I have my heels in my bag. This is just in case, because when they said merch, I'm not even joking, when they said merch, I was like, I'm bringing my big, beautiful Coach bag with me, because I don't know what merch means. It could mean a book bag, it could mean a tote bag, it could mean another water bottle, which, hey, like, free is free, right? Even right now, I'm kind of nervous, because why does 5 minutes feel like 50 minutes? Where is this Via? And it looks like that one time that I had the Via all to myself, honestly, I should have counted my blessings just a little bit harder, because I don't see that being like a recurring pattern in my life. It sounded like I just got very lucky. Via actually came through for me today, and I sound so surprised. Thank you, Via. Thank you for literally getting me to my destination in 30 minutes. That's insane. Pretty much, I got inside of the Via at like 4:50 p.m. and then I got to the World Trade Center at 5:20. I will get to my destination at 5:30 as anticipated. I was stressing, like, and more importantly, I got the whole car to myself. I feel spoiled. And, you know, I'm still wearing my loafers because, like I told you, I was stressing. When I stress, sometimes I run. So I really didn't want today to be the day where if I fell, you know, it would be the only icebreaker to talk about at today's event. I didn't want that. So that's why I brought my loafers. To say, I know a lot of people don't really take the time to come down to Wall Street, but I actually really like the cafes here and the restaurants here, even the bars here. And I think the most touristy thing is the Bull. I just think like this area has a really awesome variety of the amount of food you can get, and it's because people are working in these buildings. Okay, it might be too late for me to redo the video, but pretty much I had to pull over. I had to change my shoes, and can I tell you, oh my gosh, so I have only told a select few people about this shirt. So this shirt, I thrifted it a long time ago. I want to say like 4 years ago at a Goodwill location in Florida, and like I said, $10. It was my size. It's an Ann Taylor petite extra small. Beautiful color, beautiful fit. However, I've worn it so much to the point where I have a hole under my armpit. Okay, like there's fully like a hole underneath my armpit, and you can see it. Like, and to be aged, the only reason why I keep wearing this shirt is because I haven't been able to find another replica. You know what I found? I found it in another color, and I have it too. I got it at a thrift store for free at the Gothic Rack at NJCU, but it's a darker shade of blue. So this is summer, that one's winter. Can't bear to throw it away just because of the itty bitty little hole. So I don't even lift up my arms in this shirt, and I was about to redo the video. I think I can redo it now. I just I got camera shy. I think this one's better. I hope. Thank you, Girls Who Code. I had the best time ever at the NYC meetup. I met so many wonderful ladies, and you know, it's kind of refreshing because every time I go to one of these events, of course, networking is definitely an essential component, but I honestly never really looked at networking as building my network, right? Like, as far as what, oh, gotta go. Made it, beautiful. I can run in heels, I told you. But if I fell flat on my face, oh my god, embarrassing. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, as far as me building my network, it's a bunny. It's Miffy! It's Miffy! Is it Miffy? I have to look. But oh my gosh, is it Miffy? Are you Miffy? I'm going to assume it's Miffy. I don't see a name. At my core, I just really love meeting new people. I just really love bonding with other individuals, just having a good time, having good conversation. And I mean, it all kind of ties together with living in the moment. Can I say something too? Okay. A lady used to be so embarrassed vlogging. Oh, it's Hello Kitty. Oh my gosh, that was Miffy. Where am I? 17 State Street. Is this? Where am I? Why is Miss Kitty here? Oh my gosh, I realized, I don't know what took me so long. I was always embarrassed to kind of do this kind of vlogging style. It's very obvious. Everybody can tell what I'm doing. It's not like I'm on a FaceTime call. I was very embarrassed, but then the more I did people watching, after so many years of all the people watching opportunities, I came to the conclusion that literally nobody cares about you as much as you think they do. Do I need to say that again? Nobody cares about you as much as you think they do. And I needed somebody to tell me that, and thankfully they did. That's why I find so much value in having conversations with new people and broadening my exposure, gaining new experiences. That's why I find so much value and just kind of putting myself out there. The more I did people watching, the more I realized that everybody has things to do, okay? Is that a train station? It's like a tiny home. But it's a subway entrance. How cute. Wow. Great. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Sometimes that's what I think. I think like if I were to walk down a runway, would I be able to save myself if I was gonna fall? Or hi. Oh no, I don't. I have a date. I have to go. A lady doesn't have a date, okay? I do not have a date, and I hate having to come up with excuses like that because every time I say something like, oh, I have a boyfriend, I can't, I'm going on a date, every time I say that, it's the only way for me to kind of avoid situations like that. Like, you see, like, I literally just said, like, no, I'm busy, and that wasn't good enough. And then I had to come in full frontal, like, no, I have a date, and you see, they just, like, let me go. That makes no sense, right? Like, we need to start understanding social cues. And I just had a conversation about this with one of my friends. I was like, for the longest time, if I had my AirPods on the bus, on the train, if I had my AirPods in, the cue would be, don't look at me, don't talk to me, I'm busy. If there's an open seat next to me, you don't have to ask me to sit down, just sit down, right? But if I have my AirPods in, the cue should be, leave me alone. And people fully ignore the fact that I have on AirPods. It's ridiculous. And I don't even know what to do anymore. I said I'm very open to having conversations, but I mean, like, I'm trying to put up some boundaries and people aren't looking at my boundaries. Like, I don't do I need to repeat myself or something like that? And to be aged, I literally said no, and no is not taken the first time, okay? And honestly, it's not even taken well the second time either. I had to keep walking. I was like, no, I have to go. I have a so-called date, right? If I were to have a date, I think that would be, I don't want to say like a miracle under my mom's eyes, but I think she would be very interested in figuring out and really meeting the person who I say yes to dating to. Because I told her the other day, I said, Mom, I just get the ick very easily. And she was kind of laughing at me. She was like, what's the ick? And I'm like, well, oh. So like I was saying, I was telling my mom, when I get the ick, it's because at one point in time I was maybe interested in going on a date with this person. I was maybe interested in seeing where things would go. But then they would do something that would completely turn me off on the idea altogether. And I mean, she started laughing and we started talking about different instances. Like, for example, like when you talk and you have a nice time with each other and then you call it a night, you go your separate ways, and they just take every advantage to triple text you, quadruple text you, literally like hunt you down the minute that you're not with each other. That would give me the ick in a minute, in an instant. Like if I'm not responding to you through text, I don't know why you think I would respond to you on Twitter or TikTok or whatever. One message is sufficient. And that's just unattractive. Like, give people some space. I think I require somebody who has their own life and their own hobbies and their own friends and their own passions and interests, because I have my own, and then we can come together and share that with each other, you know? Wow, that's beautiful. I'm sorry, I got so distracted. All in all, a fantastic day. I feel like I did so much in my home life too. I did a little bit of cleaning. Oh my gosh, I have the worst habit ever. I'm gonna tell on myself because I need to keep myself accountable. I don't do the dishes for like a week and a half. I know. I just let them sit there because I have so many dishes. It's not like it's a problem. Same thing with my laundry. I don't do my laundry until 3 weeks out. I want to say like it's a once a month ordeal. And I do everything. I like wash my bed sheets and all my hampers. I have like 3 full hampers by the time I do my laundry. Wow. Home. Okay, we will talk another day. Okay, bye.